Hi friends, so today we're going to be working on my 76 Firebird a little bit. I've got the interior all ripped out. I want to replace the carpet, the headliner, and I'm going to restore a few of the components that are in here, polish up the plastic, replace the interior screws, rewire some things, and just generally give it a going over. It hasn't been apart really ever. When I took the carpet out, I found a whole bunch of cool stuff. Pretty exciting. I found a spare set of keys, a watch band. This is an air freshener that I probably put in there back in the early 2000s. This is one of the seatbelt guides, which I had none of, so that's pretty good. This 1976 was a split year when they went from this style to the triangle style. So it's good to see which one actually came with the car, because I wasn't actually sure. I found this bicentennial silver dollar from 1976, obviously, and about another $4.07 there in change. Some bottle caps. This is the GM logo from the seat release. It was pretty fun. I pulled the carpet back and, oh man, this is going to be cool. So I'll show you what I got going on here. I took most of the original tar paper out, and I've started cutting up these insulation panels. I got this at a swap meet recently, just a big roll of insulation, and they say to put the foil side down when there's floorboards or heat involved. So you probably can't see too well, and I have to get a flashlight, but driver's side floorboard is really nice. It's like, still has the original primer and paint and everything on it. I know it looks kind of crusty, but that's tar paper. It's not rust, that's brown primer. So I was really happy with this side. Same back here, just a little bit of rust to fix, you know, to treat. There's nothing really to fix. And same thing for underneath these tar paper. It's really nice. Somehow those got protected, and it seems like anywhere where there was tar paper, it was nice metal underneath. Wherever the tar paper had been removed at some point over the years, that's where it got really rusty. And maybe, I don't know if that's coincidence or if it, I don't know, did a better job at insulating it from moisture. So here's the right rear passenger side. Got some rust holes going on. It started out as one little hole, and I said I want to see how far this goes, so I took the wire wheel to it and just kind of went to town. Got some holes there, some there, and a few down in this corner. So luckily I think the patch panel that I'm getting will cover all that stuff. I'll probably make a cut somewhere in here. Just I want to take out as much, I want to leave as much of the original as I can and be aware of features that are underneath the car. There's a cross beam that kind of goes right in here that has some fuel lines and stuff to it. So I want to either be, you know, but I'll have to be above that. I want to be able to get to as much of both sides of the panel as I can. So that shouldn't be too bad. I've done those before. Let me get this ignition out of the way. So on the right side, there's some more rust happenings here. Way up in the front, there's a little spot. I might try to just fill that in. The metal around it's pretty thick, and then I can just kind of coat it. So there'll be a couple spots to fill. If it turns out that, you know, it's worse than once I start welding, if it turns out worse than I anticipate, I'll make a patch panel. Now here, this is bad. I'll probably end up cutting all of this out. I'll maybe dogleg around this seat bolt hole and try to get all of this area where it's pitted, so it'll kind of look like this. There's a lot of features up under here that I have to avoid. There's this cross brace that pretty much goes across the whole thing. So I'm just going to be cutting through the first layer, and then I'll wire wheel everything, treat it with Rust Doctor or similar product, and then start making a patch panel. And that'll pretty much cover it for our our floorboards. I ripped the headliner out. Light's not plugged in. So I took the headliner out, and I was pretty pleased with how nice this is. It's all, there's no rust anywhere. I mean, it's like day one primer. The only spots of rust are like, there's a little bit, it looks way worse in this picture than it actually is. You know, because if you look at some of the other ones, they're totally fine. So I was real pleased with that. I thought I would be coating and wire wheeling and for days to get the new headliner put in and keep the metal protected. But I think I'm just going to touch up a few spots with the rust doctor, get it converted, you know, kind of stop the cancer, and then it'll be ready for the headliner. One thing I noticed was when I took the console out, it wasn't in as great of shape as I had hoped. This is probably going to be my next project. I've got a crack here, so there's a crack right there. So I'll be fiberglassing that up. I'll be fiberglassing this outer one up, and then if we come back here, obviously this is a problem. It should be somewhere in there, so I'm going to clamp that and put a fiberglass patch in here, and then same thing here. I'm going to do my best, what I can to get that back together. There is a cover plate that goes over that. It doesn't really cover much, it just covers the hole. So but you know, the way it is now, there's a gap. I honestly didn't even know this was like that until I took it out. So hopefully when it's all fixed, it'll be straighter looking. On the front side, I've got one rivet that came out here, so I'll just replace that with a pop rivet. It's not visible once everything's installed. It's this one up front. So once all that's put together, it has this console box that goes in here and hides all the rivets, so I can pretty much do anything there. No one's ever going to know. And then I will probably bead blast this part or wire wheel it if I can. I have a total loss bead blaster that I've yet to try out, so this could be a good opportunity. So I'll mask everything off and maybe hit that with the bead blaster, because this is very visible when it's in the car. So my next video will be doing the fiberglass work for this console.